don't tell that. Okay. All right, so let's look at this. So you guys are doing good, but as I think you said, Hannah, in your email, you really need to somehow score this stuff so that it's not a bunch of words. You can't correlate words with numbers. You need to correlate numbers with numbers. So you need to turn these words into numbers. So as we did in the other one, let's do that here as well. So what I'm going to do is copy all these labels, Waka Waka, from C, oops, over. I'm going to make a space and hit paste. So now we're going to have all these same variables we're going to have over here, but we're going to turn them into a number instead of a word, just like we did with the, I think we did this with the other questionnaires we were working with the last video I sent you. So this is how you do it. You say equals if. I'm going to try to teach you guys to fish a little bit more this time, so you guys can do this. So equals if, and then you're going to highlight the cell you want. Equals if, open parentheses, and then you highlight the cell you want. You just click on it, and then it automatically will say C2 for you. So now if I click on this, it changes it to D2. Whichever cell I want to refer to, I click, and it automatically updates. But here is the cell we want. We're going to go with the first one in the first column here of actual data. So if that equals, and now I have to put this in quotes, and I say exactly as it looks there, no sound, then we're going to score this as 0. The comma means then. And then I put another comma and I say else if. So whenever you have an if statement in Excel, there's two possibilities that it does. It says, okay, if that's the case, if that does equal no sound, then we're going to make this cell way over there be a 0. Otherwise, this is the second scenario. If that's not equal to each other, then we're going to go into another if statement. So that means this other if statement will be, we'll go to C2 again, and we'll say equals sound, close parentheses. Then in that case, it'll be a 1. Otherwise, it's going to be nan, not a number. And we could just say error, or why don't we do that, just so I'm less confusing. Because basically, if it's not sound and it's not no sound, that means we got a problem. Because those are pretty much the only two answers you guys should have for this one. I'm looking through this and I see really they're all either sound or no sound. So if it's something other than that, we're in trouble. And this is going to pop up and say error. But right now it says 0, so that's nice. Okay, so watch this. Then you copy that, Control-C, all the way down to your whole data set, bada bing, Control-V, and we've got it a 0 or a 1 for everybody. So that's nice. Okay, so now we're going to go and look at change in facial expression. Now, what I'm going to do here is copy and paste my formula. Okay, oops, error. Okay, why is it an error? Because what I did, it's nice, it copy and paste, so it refers now to D2. I moved over 1 when I pasted, so it moved over 1 the cell it's referring to, from C2 to D2. That's nice. But look at the one it's referring to. It's referring to the right cell. This is the next formula I want to do with. The next thing I want to score is whatever's in column D here. But it's giving me an error because it doesn't say no sound and it doesn't say sound. And that's what my formula says. So I have to change my formula to be the right words that I'm supposed to be scoring. So I believe no, instead of no sound, it should be no change. That's what the 0 score is going to be for this column. Else, if it's not no change, what is it? No change, small change, smile, and big smile. So we got 4 options here. No change. And I'm just seeing if it's capitalized. It's not capitalized. Small change will be a 1. If it's not a 1, then we're going to go into another if statement and say if D2, whoops, no quotations are needed. If D2 equals, quote, smile, then we say to ski, comma. And then we go into another statement, another if statement, and say if D2 equals big smile, I think. Oh, and we do need quotes for that. Big smile. All right, comma. What should be a big smile be? A 3 probably, right? Otherwise, it's going to be an error. If it's not one of those 4 things, waka waka. Look at that, we got a 0. Now let's score them all. Let's copy and paste that formula down, and it's going to apply to all the data we have. Look at that. We got a bunch of 2s and 3s and 0s. It's so pretty. It makes us so happy, doesn't it? All right. Now, we go over. Oh, I'm sorry. I just realized what I was copying and pasting wasn't showing up in your window. This is what we just had. I think you could see the formulas I was working with in this little bar here the whole time. So just the thing I did at the end was I hit Control C, and then I went like that, Control V, pasted it down. But prior, let me just show you. I'll do it again. All this stuff wasn't here. I only did it for the first cell, and then I hit Control C, dragged it down, Control V, waka waka. All right. Now, copy and paste. Okay, we have another error. Whole body movement. What is this next one about? So it's about whether there was movement. There's no movement, there's laughter movement, unrelated movement. This is true. Sometimes people move unrelatedly to laughter. How many things are there here? There's no movement, and there's laughter movement, and there's unrelated movement. Those are kind of the three options we have here. Okay. So how do you think we should score this? So if there's no movement, we're going to have a 0. If there's, what if it's unrelated movement? What do you think that should be scored? Should that be scored as a 1? I think that should be scored as a 0. You guys can fight back if you want. If this is a scientific debate, for sure. But I would say if it's unrelated movement, like the guy picks his nose or something, that's not really laughter, so we shouldn't count it as a 1, like where higher numbers are meaning more laughter, right? So I would score that as a 0, but maybe you guys meant something else or you would disagree with me, so you can change this. But for now, I would leave that as a 0. And then if it's the other option, which is laughter movement, we're going to have a 1 ski. Okay. And if not, then we're going to say error. And then I think that's all we need. So happy, happy. We got, oops, okay, sorry. Let me make you see what I got here. So we got the 0 scored there. We drag it down. Waka waka. All right. Now, all right, there's only one more to do. I think this is, and then it starts repeating itself, right? So this is like for the first clip. This is for the second clip. If I were you guys, here's what I'd do, and I'll just do it now for you, is insert a row. Another row I just inserted here so that now we can see, I'm going to say clip 1, and I'm going to copy it for the first 4, see? And then I'd say clip 2. And probably what I would do is something like this. I would shade these babies just ever so slightly. Like every other or something. So I'd say clip 2, copy, 1, 2, 3, 4, paste. And then like clip 3 I would shade. Just so you don't get confused, guys. I mean, it's so easy to make a mistake. And really, you can't have any mistakes. Your data have to be perfect. Of course, that's asking a lot. We're human beings. We do make mistakes. But you really have to try really your hardest to catch every single mistake you made and really believe that there are no mistakes in your data at the end of the day. That's what we're trying to do. So this is just to help you not make a mistake. Okay. So I'm going to let you guys figure out how to do this last formula here. Column AM, if there's laughter movement. This was whole body movement. I don't know. We did that. Oh, I see what you're saying. Was there laughter movement, and was it a small movement or a big movement? I see. Yeah, I don't know. I think you guys are getting a little too fine-grained here. You might want to just kill this column, but don't kill it. For now, try to score it, just so you can have the experience of doing the if statement in Excel. Because I just taught you I showed you 3 of them. You should be able to do this one. Figure out the kind of the pattern I showed you before. Okay, let me know how that goes. Shoot me an email. And then once you do this, then we have to basically create yet another formula that's going to somehow combine these 3 numbers and give you a how much did you laugh score for each clip. And then maybe we can combine across the 8 clips, who laughed at what or whatever. So those are the 2 things. And then we can have a Zoom meeting where we run a bunch of things in SPSS, and you guys will be set to go.